Welcome back to Pickleball Paddle Reviews. Today we will be reviewing the CPX Max. Today I'll be talking about what I ended up doing to the paddle, how the Instagram ads got me, and what, are the positives and negatives about this paddle. So this is the white CPX Max. It has a raw carbon T700 surface, 14mm propylene honeycomb core with a matte finish. It's advertised at 217 grams or 7.8 ounces, but mine ended up being 234 grams or 8.2 ounces. It's about 16.5 inches long, 7.5 inches wide, and has a 4.92 inch handle length. It came with this cushiony tennis style grip, an edge guard, keychain, and cover, as well as the paddle were included in the box. Here's some gameplay footage of me with the CPX Max. I was getting very good pace with serves and very deep returns, which really highlights the touch of this paddle. I wasn't always getting the placement I wanted with these hits, so I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for that. But at the kitchen, I was consistently able to respond to hands battles with a lot of power and speed. The paddle is pretty well balanced, and with extended play, I felt almost no elbow pain.
Oh, you got it. Oh, you, oh. 9, 10, 2.
I have a pretty aggressive playstyle that depends a lot on placement and speed to score points, so this paddle really matched me well. So I did do some modifications to the paddle. As you can see, I added the edge guard around some lead tape. I put 4 strips around the sides. Now, I did that because I wanted the sweet spot to be like right in this middle area right here, that mainly being because of this open throat. I also added a Hexacore grip with this Franklin overgrip. The Franklin overgrip might be a little too thick for this, and it really makes it a big grip. I do have a pretty large size hand, but even my large size hand is a little too small. I mean, the grip is just a little bit too big, I think. So here are some positives. What I really like about this paddle is its look. I think it looks amazing. It's really well designed. It's got this beautiful white face, matte finish, and the logo is not intrusive anywhere. It just looks very nice. I like the black on white look of it as well. It's just very clean black, white, orange. I love those colors. This paddle provides a lot of power while you're also getting a light touch. What I mean by that is some paddles, if you're hitting with it, especially when it's designed like this, you'll feel like, how should I say, the surface feels smooth. So when you're hitting with it, you might not be able to get that top spin you really want, or maybe that drop shot you really want. I didn't feel like I was sacrificing that much when I was using this paddle. I really did feel like I was still getting a lot of top spin and you could still hit those drop shots. Another thing I really liked about this is that it feels really durable. I've played with it probably the longest out of all my paddles, and it hasn't changed at all compared to my other paddles. The feel is just as good as day one, and I'm just super happy about that. And this is the one paddle that I can play with for an extended period of time without having too much pain or tennis elbow. Like, I have almost no feeling of tennis elbow right now, which is amazing. And I think I saw an ad that advertised that. I didn't consider it because of that, but it was a nice addition, so I did want to bring that up. I like that this handle is just long enough to put my hand around and also fit for a two-handed backhand. It's just long enough to do that. I really like the fit for my hands for the two-handed backhand on this one. And it's just good when it's long enough so you can fit your hand, but not so long that like, you know, the sweet spot gets moved up quite a bit. But it's not all great, right? So there are some negatives. I did notice that there's all these dead spots here because of this open throat. This is my first time playing for so long with an open throat paddle, especially an elongated shape open throat paddle. And I found that any hit like below a certain line on this sweet spot area was just boom, 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 no power, just dead. But you know, I think that's just something you have to deal with an open throat. You're just not hitting a solid surface every time. Another thing I noticed with this paddle is that if I was getting the opportunity to hit a third shot behind someone down the line, I wasn't always getting the same kind of hits. So I was kind of missing those line drives. I'm not exactly sure why this was happening with this paddle more often. I wasn't missing them all the time, but every now and then I would miss with this paddle, which is a shot I normally wouldn't miss. So who do I think this is for? I think this is ideal for someone that wants a lot of power but doesn't necessarily want to give up their touch. I think if you want a paddle that will last a long time and you're moving on from like a beginner to intermediate paddle to a more intermediate to advanced paddle, this seems to be a really good option. It's got a lot of good power, it's got a great touch, and I feel like it's durable enough to where it'll last you a long time, especially since, you know, you'll probably be in the intermediate to advanced range for a long time, and you want a paddle that will also support your growth through that period. And I think this paddle really is a great value proposition, and it's from America, made out of Chicago. I think this is a great option for a lot of people. So if you're considering getting the CPX Max, be sure to use my code down below for 10% off. They do run promotions for this quite often. So if you do see like a buy one, get one deal or a 30% off, sometimes they'll have those promotions. And just still be sure to use my code because that will still help me out. But if you see them, and if I see them, I'll post them down below so that you guys can check it out and get a deal. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like this video for more pickleball paddle content. I've also been posting more shorts so that you can see different paddles in action and play footage. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.